Hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of Awesomenauts, where we're going to be doing the last honorary beginner knot, as it were. We're going to play as Raelynn. And the reason why I consider her the last honorary, hey, you just started the game, here's where Raylynn's a part of your rotation. Raylynn's really easy to get. All you need to do is know somebody who plays the game and has a code for recruiting. You put in the recruiting code and you get Raelynn for free. It's really easy to do. With that said, though, who exactly is Raelynn and what does she do? And yada 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 yada. Raylynn's a nuker, and especially with the restriction that we've placed upon ourselves for this little mini series, she is a pusher as well. Now, as you level her up, it becomes quickly apparent that the best way to play her tends to be a lot nukier, if that makes any sense. But Raylynn's a very versatile knot in that she can push really hard, she can do a lot of nuking, or she can do a lot of brawling. And in all of those cases, her abilities are just fantastic and useful. So we're up against, oh my god, it's a really scary team. Scoop, Penny, and Skoldir. But not only are they scary, the players themselves are good. Space Armalika and Fuckily Broccoli there are good players that I need to be very, very wary of. How are we going to start this off? I mean, I honestly don't know. These abilities are... hey there. Good luck, have fun, guys. Considering our restriction where we're just staying to the left here, I'm going to go boots. I'm going to go boots first. Not recommended, I think, under most circumstances, because boots doesn't increase your damage. It just increases your move speed outside of combat. Now, don't get me wrong, that's great. Because in the cases where needing a move speed outside of combat is necessary, it is, like, real necessary. And very good. It also doesn't increase our ability to push a lot harder, which is, a problem. It's an issue. Enjoy the snipe that I'm going to miss entirely because I'm bad at this video game. But, with that said, it's going to keep us alive, hopefully, a lot longer. And it's going to allow us to put out... the level of mobile that we need in order to be kind of all over the place. One of the weird things about being a pusher is that mobility is actually is almost more important than it is with other knots. Assassins obviously need to be mobile so that way they can, maneuver around the battlefield and, not die and yada yada yada. That kind of stuff. But, when it comes to, pushers, being able to move around the battlefield means that you're applying pressure to all over the place. In this particular case, we got a time rift out, which means that Space Armalika can't really go in on this very easily. Oh, please get away from me. I will shoot you right up the butt with the sniper rifle if I have to. And that mobility is going to allow us to be a lot safer, especially against a team that has access to a Skoldir and a Scoop, both of whom are very, very difficult to deal with. We're going to get the money necessary to do some real stuff here. Okay, we have one kill on the enemy team, which is great. Sir Triceps is so low, ends up going down. Not even a problem, honestly. That was incredibly good work out of our Gnaw to get those 2 kills. We're going to put out this time rift here and make it very difficult for Broccoli to do any real push. I'm going to focus on trying to aim up at the section that Scoop is not protecting and body blocking, so that I can do more damage to turrets, because damage to turrets does not come back. We want to be careful here. We want to be very careful indeed, because Skoldir can... Yep, there we go. Easily drop through the fire and the flames to carry on. I'd rather that he did not, so we're going to back off. We're going to grab Piercing on our left click, and we're going to grab a Rankin Regen. So the Piercing on our left click means that our bullet is going to pass through everything. It's not just going to vanish after it hits one target. This is really good for pushing. Really stupidly good for pushing, because it means that we can hit multiple characters at the same time. We managed to land down on the Scoop, so that's nice. At least so Scoop can't really go in right now. Just kind of waiting on Skoldir to show up. Yeah, that we predicted correctly. Skoldir did show up. Okay, Snipe there is reasonable at pushing, which is nice. Careful, careful, careful. Don't get caught out here. This is not the time to get caught out about anything. If you get caught out, especially against this team, you will die. They have access to a Skoldir. And Skoldir is one of those knots that, I mentioned this in my Scoop episode, but he can severely punish people who are easy to throw. Throw is such a powerful ability in the right situation that you have to be careful. We're going to go ahead and just knock out all of those flying drones. That's 15 solar for us, really easily made. And then on top, ooh, Leica, you almost flippin' got me. And I don't appreciate it one little bit. There we go. 400 and something damage. There's nothing to sneeze at either. Okay. Careful. Put out the Time Rift on top of the Droid Wave, so that way it's dealing damage to the Droid Wave. And if anybody tries to get too melee, they can't go too melee. They're gonna drop in from above if they see us on the minimap, so play it safe. We're gonna put this a little farther back. Okay, right on top of the totem is not a good place to put your Time Rift. Time Rift. I should probably explain the abilities of these characters before I start talking about them at length. Time Rift is an ability that puts out a grenade that you can push and hold the button to throw farther at a different arc and all that stuff. The Time Rift is a pillar of time slow that does damage. It is not a lot of damage to start with, but is enough to get going. And the time slow is probably the part that's the most annoying to have to deal with. Time slow is a mechanic that is pretty much universally seen as very, very strong. Punch me, Susie. There we go. It is universally seen as very strong because of its ability to, ooh my god, triceps, just get out of here. Do not come near me right now, like I do not want to. Nobody wants you, okay? Okay. Triceps is low. I really want to land a good Time Rift. We're not going to be able to have that chance, but that's okay. Time Rift is really, really good at zoning. And if you place it in the right spot, with the right upgrades in particular, it can kill people. Like, it can make killing people, like, the easiest thing on the planet. Like, right now, that Time Rift means that if they try to go through it, they'll have a hard time doing so. It's not impossible, though, right now. And our Time Rift, although still strong at base, is by no means, like, the level that I want it to be at for now. And thankfully, Time Rift upgrades are easy to cut. What? That was the world's worst snipe. Time Rift upgrades are thankfully really, really good in the first 3 rows. Damage, slowdown, and height, I believe, are all there. And that's all you really need. Like, a lot of good builds will go for those 3, and that's about it. Triceps needs to be a little careful. Scoop needs to be a little careful as well. We're going to back off, put out a Time Rift right on top of our wave because I'm a little worried about Scoldier, but if I had taken a look at my minimap, I would recognize that Scoldier was now, like, nowhere near us. So a bit of a waste, honestly. I don't think I'm going to see anybody, like, drop down immediately, so I'm going to hold on to my Time Rift cooldown, but I'm going to put it down here. And the reason why is because I know what Scoldier wants to do. And he did not do what he really wanted to do. He went for the second option. That's fine. Part of playing Raelynn is playing very, like, you have to plan a little in advance and constantly look at your minimap. Knowing where everybody is at all times is very helpful when you have an ability like Time Rift. Now, Time Rift, on its own, doesn't do very much either, so you need to be very careful. Oh, you're toast. Rudiger has, like, got your number, apparently on lock. We have done so little this game. Like, we're... Actually, never mind. We haven't done very little. We've actually helped a lot, it seems. Lots of push, lots of clear. And maybe that's all we need to do. But, having killed that... Ooh, you know what? I hypothesize that this is potentially a good time. Boink! That's gonna be a good snipe kill. Good timing, good timing. Good use of my minimap and good awareness, and good, awareness, honestly. I know we just got a kill, and I should not be heading back, but I would like to. So, here goes. Pump rifle, I would like to nuke as much as possible, so we're gonna do that immediately, get as much killing rate, as much kill potential as possible, as early as possible, and later on, in certain situations, like this one, going for snipe is not super difficult, because there aren't very many hard-to-avoid ways to stun me. If you are stunned in mid-snipe, there's no chance you get off the snipe. Like, it interrupts your snipe is what I mean. So that means you waste the cooldown and puts yourself at a lot of risk. Boom! That's 700 damage on their tank, which is risky. Put out the Time Rift there, put out some more left clicks. It's doing a lot of piercing damage, but is it enough? It is enough damage. That's going to be a good double kill for us. Nice. I feel good. I feel great. And Like has gone back. Alright, so at this point, team wants to push top. I should push top with them. Yeah, I should push top with them. Don't be stupid. Be a smarty. Push with your team. Don't be a... Don't shit the bed on this one, buddy. Like, if you do not push with your team, you're going to miss out on a lot of damage. And we've missed out on a lot of damage as a result. 713 damage. That is nothing to sneeze at. There we go. Time Rift, it's going to completely miss, so it's going to largely be entirely useless, and now we have it on cooldown for another 4 seconds. That was a waste of a cooldown. We want to put this down here, so that way if anybody needs to run through here, they can without too much in terms of risk. Okay, we still have another couple of seconds before it comes back up. Put out the Time Rift. Make sure that your team is safe. Okay, we are out. We are alive. We have nothing to snipe here. That's fine. You know what? That was a more or less wasted Time Rift as well. I'm kind of like wasting the cooldown because I'm getting a little trigger happy with it. Like, just because the cooldown's off does not mean I should be using it. Time Rift is one of those upgrades that's like one of those things that's very, very helpful to like save for later. Now that I've vented about Time Rift enough, I would like to talk about a different ability. Whoa, triceps, eat damage. I'd like to talk about Snipe for a minute. So Snipe is a very straightforward ability. You point, you click, it does damage. And it's very nice. Oh, the Time Rift was well placed. It was so well placed. And it's simple. You use it, you go into a channeling kind of mode, and eventually you can click to shoot it. Or you can wait till the end of the laser. So there's like a window where you can snipe, and you don't have to, but you will snipe at the end of said window. So, you know, you can kind of bait people out and put out, like, yeah, like that, like that, like that, like that. Play some mind games that way and deal, like, you know, a bunch of extra damage that you should not have had the opportunity to deal. The only problem is that if you get stunned in the middle of it, you miss out on the ability, and also while you are using said ability, you are completely immobile, like what just happened there. So you're very easy to knock out of it, you're very easy to throw, and the very easy to throw part's the scary bit. That's the very scary bit. Na is pushing very far forward, which worries me. Oh, get it, get it. Oh, it's in the right place to call Bone Town, but it wasn't I didn't quite follow it up correctly. I would like to go back home and spend at this point, team. I think now would be a good time considering that we're pushed forward. Now, let's go for the full-on slow increase. So Time Rift now slows as much as possible. Do I want the damage on it? I don't think so. I mean, I do, but I don't. I'd rather have the height upgrade on it. So now Time Rift is super high, which makes it almost impossible to jump over. It's effectively a gigantic wall that people have to deal with or else. Like, look at this. Look at this thing. They can't actually get through it. It's great. And that's kind of the idea of Time Rift. It zones out an area and makes it difficult to go through. There are counters to it. And I know that... Oh my god. Boink! We got a kill. That was very risky time to snipe. I'm glad that it worked out, though. Put out the Time Rift. Oh! Broccoli's in it! Broccoli's done! That Time Rift was too good! It's really good against Scoop, to be honest with you. There are counterplays to it. The main thing is getting an upgrade called Baby Curry Mammoth, which I will, which every single Awesomenaut has access to. Baby Curry Mammoth is the CC reduction, the crowd control reduction upgrade. It means effectively that ooh, good choice, good choice, good choice. Ooh, careful. It's it reduces the duration of slows, snares, stuns, knockbacks, silences. Like it reduces the duration of pretty much every single flippin' bad thing in the game by 30%, which is great. Oh, that knocked people down into kill mode. That was sweet. That'll be a good. That's a snipe for the books. Just be careful. Just be careful. I would like to keep myself protected. Thank you, Broccoli. I really don't want to go near you, so I'm just gonna like back off, honestly. It's 2v3, and we could stand to push a little bit farther, especially with now Nas back on the field. But I'm a little... Like, I think strategy-wise, the correct decision is to go here. Oh, and then run. Just fucking run, dude. Just run. That was a very good use of my mini-map to keep myself alive. Alright, now that everybody's back off. What do you get? I mean, Time Rift has been doing wonders for us. Gangbusters. I'm grabbing both ranks of the damage attack speed on that. So that way it does even more damage faster. That seems like a good plan. Especially considering that they got a Scoldier and a Scoop, both of whom have a very difficult time against Time Rift. Oh, oof, that's bad, that's bad, that's bad. Hold on. Whoop. Run away, Leica. I triple dog dare you. Okay, so that's probably game, if we're careful about this, honestly. We're going to take this out, and then we're just going to push the core. If we had gotten all three, it would have definitely been game. But with Penny still around and with Rudiger quite low in life, we're going to have to keep track of what's going on. In terms of who's where, and where the Penny is, and what she's capable of doing. And right now, she's capable of doing quite a lot. Oh! Unless she gets stuck in the time rift and then dies. Alright, well that's likely game. Let's keep pushing. Blaster is unnecessary. I've got access to snipe. And snipe. And damage. Holy cow. The melt was real. Very, like, reasonable game. I'm gonna drop a well played. But, yeah. That's Raelynn for you. And that's a build that works using only the upgrades that you get at level 1. Just concentrating on the fact that she was a pusher and a nuker got us through that one. And starting off with boots was very helpful against their team, largely because their team capitalizes on shitty mobility. So if you are up against Skoldier and Scoop and Penny, like, seriously, boots help. Sorry, Broccoli. Like, Time Rift is a very polarizing ability as well. Like, you want to know the number one tip to getting Raelynn down, right? Time Rift properly. Just put Time Rifts down at the right time, at the right place, and have a good time. And if you're playing against friends, be ready for a rift to appear between the two of you. Anyway, I should leave. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed yourselves. If you did, be sure to let me know. Hit the like button down below, and I'll see you guys in the next video.